want a ticket straight to them pearly gates.
So the long-awaited May update is here. Well, not all the way here, but kind of here. We have the Tekken 8 Season 2 version 2.01 balance overview. So this is saying the direction that they want to move in, and they're giving us a lot of information on how they're going to achieve that. This tweet here says Tekken 8 Season 2 update data version 2.01. We will deliver version 2.01 on Tuesday, May 13th or 12th Pacific District Time, I believe that is, which includes adjustments of battle balance and ranked match specifications. Prior to this, we have released adjustment policies for each. Please refer to the details. And that's exactly what we'll do. So you have two links here, battle adjustments and ranked adjustments. Let's take a look at these and see what the developers have in store for us. Battle adjustment policy for version 2.01. Additional adjustments have been made to address the game's attack heavy balance. This is something everyone's talking about, right? Alongside the previously implemented fixes for issues that could be addressed quickly. So that's the band-aid. This update will also begin to tackle long-term issues such as reducing air combo damage and reworking heat burst performance, which were raised frequently by players and required more time to evaluate. And that's true, right? Some things you can fix pretty easily. You can look at this and be like, whoa, that's bad. This is bad. But then when you see people doing like these really tricky combos, yes, those combos shouldn't exist. But where do you cut it off at? Is it the heat burst that's causing it? Is it the tailspins? I think it's a tailspin. A lot of people are saying tailspins. We saw what tailspins did with Yoshimitsu doing 3 flashes. Why did they give tailspins to everyone without limiting how many tailspins you could do in a combo? But once again, you need time to really evaluate all of the things. So I'm happy that they're taking that time, but they are running out of time. Now they list a couple of things that they want to do. Number 1 says gradual adjustments of moves with excessive return. This is talking about the risk versus reward being really skewed. This is something that we used to talk about for Tekken 7, but Tekken 8 took it to another level. Following the previous update, balanced adjustments have been made with a focus on the following points. Adjustments of moves where the return is disproportionately high relatively to the risk involved. There's that one Jin Kazama kick that he was doing at tournament. That move used to be launch punishable, but they made it safe. And then all throughout Evo Japan, you've seen multiple people block that kick, perfectly call it out, block. But then they try to launch punish it like you've been able to do for the last like 10, 15 years. And then all of a sudden it's safe. Now you threw out this crazy move and you're getting clapped up by Jin Kazama. So I hope things like that, I'm not on the team of like, yeah, let's make Jin Kazama weak or let's make this character weak. But I do think like you shouldn't change moves that's been that way for a very long time because we see the fallout for it. If pro players are getting clapped up, what do you think is going to happen to the Moonsault Slayer? Adjustments of high performance moves that can easily create consecutive advantageous situations and lead to one-sided developments. The goal is to achieve more balanced playing field across all characters and foster an environment where diverse strategies can thrive. Every character is doing the same thing. Every character is doing the same stance mix-up. It's just you're pressing a different button. Maybe this character is pressing 2, maybe this character is pressing 3, but they're all doing stance mix-ups, and it's bad to see Tekken, which had so much character uniqueness, for every character to be doing the same thing is crazy. Yoshimitsu, King, Heihachi, what is that? Additionally, moves not targeted in this update will continue to be reviewed based on player trends, feedback, with further adjustments implemented as necessary. Number 2 says reduction of aerial combos. In consideration of the current trend of increasing the overall combo damage, adjustments have been made to the damage of moves that contribute significantly to particularly powerful aerial combos across all characters. So this is something that we know they're capable of. Yoshimitsu was putting out 120 damage season 1. Season 2, he is putting out like a 70 combo, like a 60, right? He struggles to really get up there. He can still do it sometimes, but not all the time. These changes are intended to increase the opportunity for offense, defense, and tactical exchanges, while also addressing the excessive disparity in damage potential between characters. Aerial combos will continue to be closely monitored, and if instances instances of excessive damage are identified, additional measures will be considered as appropriate. On the topic of them trying to make all the characters do the same damage, I don't think that should be the case. I love how in Tekken 7, Yoshimitsu was this character who dealt the least amount of damage in the whole game, but he made up for it because he had some of these wacky tools that was really crazy. Trying to make every character the same is how we got into this problem in the first place. Some characters should be combo damage powerhouses. Some characters should be poke powerhouses. Number 3 says, adjustments to heat burst performance. In the light of the fact that during exchanges surrounding heat burst activation, it is often difficult for the defending player to evade the move with sidesteps, even anticipating the activation. The overall tracking performance of heat burst against lateral movement has been reduced. They should just, why do they say reduced and not removed? Some of these moves should not have no tracking at all. Get it out of there. This adjustment is intended to make it easier for defending side to respond to movement or evasion, thereby enabling interactive mind games that reward defensive techniques. Number 4 says reduction of chip damage from heat smash. Given that the increase to maximum health has already lessened the impact of chip damage overall, this update limits adjustment specifically to heat smash, reducing its chip damage output. Rather than implementing a broad chip damage at this stage, we have opted for a targeted response. Moving forward, we will continue to monitor match environments and player behavior and consider additional adjustments to chip damage as necessary. I think this is a good thing that they're doing, because what we saw in season 1, where they had a similar issue where Devilgen could do this weird thing where he broke the floor on into the stratosphere, and it was kind of this unique thing. It gave him a little bit more damage, but he had to use all of his heat to do so. Players thought it was very fair. The developers disagreed, and instead of just attacking that one move or that one scenario with Devilgen, what they did is they radically overhauled the whole entire game to where no character can even attempt something like that. And in the process of doing so, they broke the game. Many characters couldn't do a lot of the things, and they had to spend time band-aiding the game in that point as well. So it's good that they're learning from that, and they are just attacking the individual move instead of attacking the whole game. Now for future adjustments, the next update is scheduled to release on June 3rd, so they're giving us a date. This update will include adjustments to certain character-specific moves that consume heat timer duration, as well as balance improvements through targeted character tweaks. Building on the outcomes of previous current updates, we will continue our efforts to enhance the overall battle balance and ensure more refined competitive gameplay environment. The part there where they're talking about the heat timer, this is something that's becoming more and more of a problem. Certain characters blow through all of their heat, and then other characters can gain more heat. That is just super unfair, because a lot of heat is the dominating factor in Tekken 8, and the fact that certain characters have to throw it all away and then other characters can gain it, talk about an imbalance. Rank match issues identified in Tekken 8 Season 2. Following a rank reset and significant rank point adjustments implemented in Tekken 8 Season 2, we have identified the following 2 issues. Number 1 says matching issue. Due to the rank reset, the rank of sub-characters other than the main character have significantly decreased, leading to an imbalance in rank distribution. The current match logic prioritizes matches with opponents in similar rank ranges, causing longer match times, especially in higher ranks. I would add to this to say they're probably struggling as well, because a lot of people have uninstalled the game. As a result, high-ranked players are often forced to play with a sub-character, leading to matches with significant skill gap. So the pro players can't find a match, so they have to play alternate characters, and then they just clap up everyone, right? But I don't understand how this is the issue, because in Tekken 7, when I was in blue ranks, when one of those pro players switched characters, they came down to blue ranks. But now in Tekken 8, when a pro player who's got a destruction switch and then goes down to blue rank, now it's considered like a problem? That's how Tekken always was. Number 2 says rank point fluctuation issues. Due to stricter point fluctuations based on difference and the change in rank, promotion bonus to one-time occurrence, situations such as a match right after promotion becoming a demotion are occurring. So you get promoted and then you lose a match, and then your next match is a demotion. That's crazy. Even when matched with a similarly skilled opponent, a rank difference caused by a recent promotion can result in low points gained for the promoted player and significant points lost for a loss, increasing the risk of rematches. This is a little bit wordy, but it basically sounds like they're saying that when you lose a lot of points and then you don't want a rematch. Now, I think that Tekken 7's rank mode was done very well, and you didn't have a lot of one and dones in that environment. The fact that they made so many changes to the game and now one and dones was like the biggest conversation that dominated season 1. If it's not broken, don't fix it. They created this rank problem where it didn't exist. And it's all because they wanted to inflate players' skill. Now it says, as a result, we recognize that it's become more difficult to rank up in comparison to Season 1. To address this, we will implement the following 4 adjustments. Number 1, mitigating point loss for defeats. The amount of points lost for a defeat will be reduced from rank, Vanquisher to Battle Ruler. So this is trying to get those guys up in rank, right? They're losing a lot of points. They can't move on. This is something they said they want to address with Season 2. And this is more evidence of that. Number 2 says adjustments to point fluctuations based on rank differences. For rank below Tekken God, to the point gained from defeating a lower ranked opponent will be increased. So now you would get more points for fighting lower ranked players, which would incentivize them to finish the set as well. Under the same conditions, the point loss for a defeat will be decreased. So that's really incentivizing them to finish the set. 3, preventing immediate demotion after promotion. For ranks below Tekken God, a new feature will be implemented that prevents demotion in the first match immediately after promotion. The rank will be maintained regardless of outcome, but this effect only applies to the first match. That's weird. So you won't lose your points for the first, so you get one free match, basically. You get one free match. This feature will apply to the promotions that occur after version 2.01 update. Promotions that occur before 2.1 update will not be eligible for this feature. Wow. That's an interesting change there. It just speaks to how much of a problem they made rank when it didn't need to be this way. Number 4 says expansion of win streak bonus points. The range of ranks eligible for win streak bonus points will be expanded from Tenryu to Kenshin. For ranks at Kenshin and below, players can earn bonus points for achieving a 3-win streak or higher. And this is also to get those players out of those ranks as well, because a lot of people who are good can't move on because it's too harsh. This was also a critique that I heard at the start of season 2, but a lot of people quit, so you really don't hear too much about rank. But a lot of people who do play rank say that it's brutal to try to move on. Some people like it. They say this will show who has skill and who doesn't. Even after version 2.1 update, we will continue to monitor the rank distribution and matchmaking conditions, actively considering player feedback to further refine the Tekken 8 system.